What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Purple Serpentor's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Marvel Legends Captain America Red Onslaught Wave Part 2, Taskmaster, Whirlwind, and Cottonmouth. We're going to get the weakest right out of the way. So this is Cottonmouth. He's built on the Hyperion body. What was that all about? Whatever, it doesn't matter. And then the head is a new sculpt and is actually done really well. Like the snake mask is sculpted well around his head, and the teeth are painted, the eyes are painted, all the little scales and stuff are painted. Sculpted rather. And then the face is all sculpted well. Good head sculpt, like with the lips and the mouth, nose, eyes, like all that stuff is done really well, and the paint is done extremely well. Now, we get to the body. This is another one of those prime examples of what is wrong with a Marvel Legend. The only thing that needed to be done here, I would imagine these hands have even been reused, but I can't confirm that. The only thing that needed to be done here was to paint this on this purple buck, and then these. And could they do it right? Absolutely not. Not a clean paint job. All the cracks in the abdominal area that are sculpted have little purple showing through. And then the eyes are done well. The forearm paint. So this is purple on top of yellow. Because yellow on top of purple would have been even worse. As a result, the purples don't really match. The yellow's poking through. It's not a good use of purple on there. But it is done clean line-wise, so I'll commend them for that. I think maybe this is the best they can do here, so I'm willing to be lenient. Now down here at the bottom, this is not the best they could do. They could actually put paint on there, and they could make this clean. And it looks like they did a white coat first and a yellow coat on top, so that's pretty cool. That's going to make that yellow stand out a bit more. You know, yellow is the hardest paint to apply. But see, like, they set themselves up for failure because this white isn't even done clean. So the yellow on top isn't going to be done clean. Real shame. So, ball hinge head, getting you the full run pretty much. Ab crunch, you get down to, hold on. Excuse me. No ratchet clicks though, which is weird. Back one. Disc hinge shoulders up to there. This is Hyperion mode. We've gone through it 1,000 times, so I'm just going to fly through it. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, works fine. Wrist swivel, wrist hinge, that all works well. I like the sculpt of the hands as a side note. All this stuff is same on the other side. Waist swivel, T-jointed ball joints for hips, getting you a good run. Thigh swivel, a little tight on both sides, I will say. Knee double jointed, get you the full gambit. Calf swivel, dumb but there. Ankle tilt, and rocker, good to go. Whirlwind is a goofy looking character, right? Would you even be intimidated by this guy? Or somebody that looked like him?
I'm Long Neck Skull the Screwhammer, and I'm here to take your money. Yeah, look, I'm not really buying any of that, so no, I won't be giving you any of my belongings, but there's a change drawer on the coffee table upstairs. Just help yourself to $5 and kind of get yourself a new situation.
But a decent figure. So the head, you pretty much just get the swivel. The hinge is there, but because of the helmet, you don't get much. The helmet is not removable. It's all one sculpt. I'm okay with that. The green has like a metallic finish to it, which is nice, and it's all the green is on top of sculpt. So the armor is completely believable, and it looks good. Green there, green. Now, this pelvis piece obviously is just a pelvis piece, and they don't match, but it still looks okay because this looks like Belden and this looks like superhero briefs, if you know what I'm saying. And then the gauntlets are sculpted and painted with that same green, and then the boots are just a flat green. Now, they don't match this, but they match that. It all kind of works. I don't know much about Whirlwind, so I don't know how accurate it is. These saw blades come off, and then he can hold them, but not in that hand, because he has two accessories, so why would you give him two holding hands? We only like to give two holding hands to people that have one accessory. So then he can throw his little saw blades, which is fine. They have like a silver finish. They actually look surprisingly good, and then they can spin on this peg here, so that's cool too. We got the ball disc, or in the hinge disc shoulders, articulation wise, that's fine. Because of the cut of the the chest, it gets you a little bit of a butterfly joint. That's all good. Bicep swivel, that works fine. This silver has like, it's like that that spirally plastic silver finish, like that. You know what I'm talking about. That's in there. It's good. Double jointed elbow. Let's see if I can get the other joint to work. Yeah. So that's well done. And then wrist swivel and hinge in and out. One click forward, one click back. What's this here? It's bizarre. Waist swivel works fine. Arm, same. This is a little tight. Might have to take a blow dryer to that. But it works good enough. T-jointed ball joints for hips. Thigh swivel, they work fine. Double jointed knee, that works fine. Calf swivel probably. Yep. And then ankle tilt. And you even get a little bit forward, but not much. Let me see if I can't work around that actually. A little bit. And then ankle rocker, so that looks good. So overall, I mean, for what he is, he's actually a pretty successful Marvel Legend, to be honest with you. And lastly, we have Taskmaster. He comes with this sword, which is like an orange plastic, it looks like, and then the black was painted on top. That's what it looks like to me, and it's done really well. The black is really clean, the orange is really clean. He holds it like a champ, as you saw. He comes with a shield. It's got that symbol on there, and then of course you can tab it into his back. At first glance, like Taskmaster's like a mercenary. Like I'm only really familiar with him from Civil War. I know that he used to wear like a cape and had like this really extravagant outfit, and now he's like a more tactical, like merc, and he hangs with Deadpool, I think, sometimes, and whatever. But this head sculpt is like his old head sculpt, when he was a little bit more over the top and had a had like a cape and all this stuff. But this head sculpt is beautiful. Like it's menacing, like it's really well done. Silver's painted on top of the silver, so there's a silver finish, and then black underneath, white eyes, line work on the jaw. All that stuff looks really good. But they also included this head, which is like his more contemporary head, that actually matches this suit a bit more. This is done equally as well. The black is painted on, all the line work in the face, the line work in the teeth, all that stuff looks good. So we're going to pop that one on because it's more appropriate to the character design, if we can. Stand by. All right, there we go. So it's on a ball hinge, up and down, side to side, all works fine. You get this floating piece of plastic here. They have the sculpted guns in the holsters. I think that's entirely stupid, especially when there's tons of these sculpts, tons with open holsters, and tons of guns. So I don't know why they feel the need to do stuff like this. But I'm okay with it because he does come with good accessories as is, but still, can you ever have enough guns? That's the problem. So I think it's the... I'm not sure. I think it's the Bucky Cap chest. The paint is done fairly well, white on top of the blue, so the blue shows through underneath the white, but it doesn't look wrong. It looks like a dirty white, and that's fine because it's clean, and the silver's clean underneath it, and that all is done pretty well. Ab crunch, soft ratchet, kind of two back, and then one back, and then two forward, so that works well. You get this soft piece of plastic here that hides the seam and the waist swivel, and you get the symbol painted on there, and that's it, and that all looks good. Now the arms, to me, it looks like are new mold. At least I haven't seen them. So you get a disc hinge shoulder, limited range, but not hateful. And then of course you can move it around and get the full gambit if you want. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. This covers that ugly Marvel Legends elbow exceptionally well. And then wrist swivel and hinge in and out. The paint, the silver on the blue is all done exceptionally well, pretty much everywhere. Really well done. Articulation same for the other side. T-jointed ball joints for hips gets you out to there, forward to there, back to there, All works pretty well. Thigh swivel. I think these are new sculpts here on the legs too, and that's good. The silver's painted really well. Got a little spill over there, but not a huge deal given how much is going into it. Silver line work on the hips is all painted well. Double jointed knee, that looks good. The silver's painted on top of this, which also looks good. Actually, no. Yeah, the silver's painted and that's painted, it looks like to me. Let's see. Yep. Calves are silver. It just looks good. This is a good looking figure. And then ankle tilt and rocker, all done well. Little fuzzy paint apps on the shoes, like they got carried away, like we made something good, and then threw in the towel. But yeah, this is another one. This is another really, really well done Marvel Legends figure. It's nice to see it. Final thoughts wise, definitely get Taskmaster. He's really, really, really well done, and Whirlwind's pretty good too. Cottonmouth's kind of hit or miss. You know, Whirlwind and Cottonmouth are going to come down to your connectivity to the character and your need to build the red onslaught. But all in all, you know, Cottonmouth is the obvious throwaway of this wave so far, but it's a really good wave. Like if all Marvel Legends were up to this standard, I would be okay. Overall, the paint is done really well. Overall, the sculpts are done really well. Stuff like Taskmaster, I love to see stuff like that where they reuse a fair amount of it but still add individualized plastic pieces, individualized bits, individualized weapons so that he has his own unique presence on your shelf. I'd love to see more of that. I commend them for stuff like that. I commend them for stuff like Scourge. Like, there's some really good stuff going on in this wave. I wish that all of their products were up to this standard in terms of the Marvel Legends line. So yeah, definitely Taskmaster, maybe Whirlwind, and Cottonmouth kind of meh. Okay? Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.